Alright, what's going on, guys? It is your boy TKD, what to do here, back in Plays and Swords, and this is of course another video here involving the one and only Spider-Man Miles Morales. Of course, coming up here on PlayStation 5. The release is in just under, or just like a few days over 2 weeks. We are almost there, guys, of course. And if you guys have been definitely checking out Road to Miles Morales, the weekly podcast series about any and all things Spider-Man Miles Morales, and if you missed that, make sure to go check out that as well. But we have been talking a lot about how, of course, Miles Morales is taking place in the same New York, all that good stuff, and there's actually a way to go into the Spider-Man PS4, that came out in 2018, that is getting a remaster as well on PS5 with the Ultimate Edition, all that great stuff, and you can actually go to Miles' apartment in the game. So I'm gonna give credit to the Twitter user that did find this down below in the description. I'm gonna quickly pull up my notes and see if I can find the person that actually found this whole thing, because it was not me. Hey, no, here we go. Okay, so it was a Twitter profile called just kidding, I was wrong link. Oh my god, this is horrible. Come on, Kev. Come on, Kev. Come on, Kev. Okay, the @ is @Earth_1048 is the person that found us on Twitter. I will again link below his thread down below in the description of his video, so for you to check out if you guys want to do this yourself. But in case you don't know where this is on the map, it's gonna be right over here. So we're gonna want to go to Harlem, of course, where the Spider-Man Miles Morales will be taking place, and it's just next to this field over here towards the right hand side of Harlem overall. So it's over here on the right side. It's this building over here. You know what I'm saying? If you want to check it out, you can go do so. But this is Miles' apartment, and so we can actually see a lot of the surroundings in the PS5, the event back in June, where we got the first full gameplay look at Spider-Man Miles Morales, and we see him here on the very same rooftop here as well. And when he turns as well to look over to this building, it is the same building, if not maybe just tweaked a little bit. I think it maybe looks darker on the Miles gameplay, but it's a very, very similar looking building as well. So we're definitely here in the right spot. But then what I'm gonna try and do here, actually, guys, I'm gonna try and go on this wall over here. No, I went way too far. Okay, nope, come on, my boy. There we go. Stop. Okay, stop. Peter, relax. Okay, here we go. So he goes down to the third fire escape from the top of the building, at least in the gameplay. I don't know if the camera started from the top, because we don't see the top of the building when we're going down and seeing Miles go through the fire escape and all that. But he does go down to the third fire escape. So at least, if anything, with that information given to us, it has to be either this apartment is Miles's. I know I'm low-key on some creeper stash right here, but this is Miles' apartment, or it's one right here below. It can't be the first floor because it was on the fire escape. I feel like it's this one up here, though. I feel like it's this one that is Miles' apartment, but that's not really the biggest deal in the world. And I already looked in here a few times. I don't see Miles' backpack or whatever. I don't see Miles' suit or anything. So Miles is definitely not home, but he will be home on November 12th when we get our hands on the game. But going down here to the front door, of course, where Genki's over here chilling, waiting for us and everything. These are the same steps and everything. The only big difference is that there's a second light that they eventually install here after the events of Spider-Man PS4, as well as the lights in the Miles Morales gameplay were both green. These are looking gold to me, at least. So just little differences there, not the biggest deal, but this is definitely Miles' apartment for sure. Now, some big changes that we'll be seeing, of course, with it being a different game, even though it's modeled after the same city, of course, of Spider-Man PS4 in New York City and all that great stuff, is that there's some surrounding buildings that have changed and have been added, and a ton of new stores as well. So let's start over here on this end. In the gameplay, there's a building where this alleyway is at. So, oh, look at that. Look at that flag. I haven't noticed that. So they will, I guess, at some point cover up this whole back alleyway, and we'll, be able to have a building here in Miles Morales, because there is a building here on this section, right? Hey. But if we keep going to the other side, there was so this was the building. I think this building as well stayed, maybe this red one, but what there should be here in the Miles gameplay is a brick wall type of enclosing that looks like it maybe has a little grass area or a little park or something like that, or maybe it's this back alleyway what they did as the as what I'm talking about. But you guys are seeing it here on screen. What I'm talking about is that there's there's like a short wall around this area towards the right of Miles' apartment as you're looking at it straight ahead, that there should be something over here that's enclosed and all that. But moving on, over here, you know, so this is what it looks like in Spider-Man PS4, but when you actually look at the gameplay in Miles Morales, at least the portion that we got to see of it, there's a big fair going on. There's a big, you know, whole outside street of a festival type thing. It's looking lit. There's some bachata going on. There's some salsa dancing, you know what I'm saying? There's some great vibes over here in Miles Morales, at least. But right now, it's just a regular schmegular city. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing really crazy about this. I'm like holding up traffic over here as I'm trying to tell you guys. But over here on this side is where we get the shops, which you can still see a few of them in the Miles Morales gameplay. It's just that there's a lot of them that have changed. But the biggest change that I noticed, right, was that so that's Miles' house. We'll say maybe like half a block, maybe just a block down over here. There's this panaderia, right? So this panaderia in Miles' gameplay is actually moved over here into this building next to the farmacia. So the farmacia is gonna stay right here on the corner, but the panaderia down here is moving over here. If you guys don't know, you know Spanish, you know what I'm saying? Panaderia is a bakery. It's just for bread, essentially. Pan is bread, of course, so eria, so it's a place to buy bread, if you want to break it down like that. And the farmacia, of course, is for a pharmacy, of course, for drugs and all that good stuff. And not like drugs, but like prescription drugs, medications, you know what I'm saying? Flu shots, all that great stuff. NyQuil, I don't know, whatever. So that's over here, but that's the only change that I noticed that was really of note, that was interesting about this whole street. I don't know if the bodega is still here in this area in Miles Morales. Maybe it is. I mean, maybe this is the bodega that we get Spider-Cat from. I don't think so. I haven't looked at that video yet, but I don't think it's the same one. But if it is, that'd be kind of dope. But you know what? Maybe it is. I'm gonna check right here, and I'll put up a little text if it is, and I'll show you guys if it is. But if it's not, then it's not. Pizza Amigos, I don't think we got a view of that really. But the last thing that was a really big change, of course, is in this open space right here, where the subway is. The Roxxon building is going to be here, right? So they're, of course, going to be deploying Roxxon soldiers, different stuff like that, and putting up patrols and putting up buildings. And this is where the building is going to be at some point between this game's end, Spider-Man PS4, and the beginning of Miles Morales. So that's, you know, I just wanted to just give you guys a little tour on how, you know, they are really adapting the overall area of Eastern Harlem, I guess you could say, and that somewhere, you know, there's some changes in the game that I think are really cool. You know, that really shows that they aren't just, you know, copy pasting the map and everything. And like, of course, no one's saying that, but I just think it's cool how we can do like a little side by side of how the map looks in Miles Morales versus how it looked in Spider-Man PS4. So let's take it back to Miles' house. But before we head out this video, make sure to also stay subscribed to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation, because we got a ton of different content coming up, guys. Road to Miles Morales is heating up. Road to PS5 is heating up. We have PS5 incoming. Miles Morales is incoming as well. Make sure to leave a like here on the channel to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Down below, of course, you can find links to our Twitter, our Discord, as well as our Anchor link. That way you can listen to long-form content and podcasts. Alright, those of course being Road to PS5, like I said before, and Road to Miles Morales as well. Down below, you can, of course, hit the join button as well to become a member of the channel. Prince here for $1, King tier for $5. Here, I'm gonna turn the camera so it sounds like Spider-Man's talking to you guys. And it gives you access to different channel emotes and all the good homies that are, of course, Arachnite, Chungi, Caleb Kaiser, Tapiwa Musa, and the homie Owen. I think I got those all right. Damn, I did. Yo, Kev, shout out to you. Okay, Kev, shout out to you. And those are all the members. You too can become a member as well by becoming one of the tiered members in PlayStation Source. And yeah, guys, so Spider-Man Miles Morales is coming up. This may be the last time I ever boot this game. I don't know. We'll see. But that is all I got for this video. Thank you all for watching. And as always, greatness awaits.